First up, Michael Landsberg and Carlo Colaiacovo here from Rattlesnake Point Golf Club. We're here for Smilezone, which is, as we've been talking about, a really different kind of charity. It's all about doing exactly how the name would suggest. If I told you this is about smile zones in hospitals, I'm sure you would come to the conclusion that it's all about putting smiles on kids' faces in hospitals. And there's a lot of people who have worked on this, who've contributed to this. And one of those guys sitting between Carlo and I right now from the Calgary Flames, Sean Monahan. Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I've seen you 3 times in my life, all 3 times here. Between last year and this year, you really got to experience the smile zone effect, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. This season was a great one. I mean, we got to I guess build a smile zone facility there in Calgary at a hospital of my choice, and kind of gearing it towards something I wanted to do. And I mean, it turned out great, and I mean, I'm looking forward to be a part of that for a long time.
So this was in Foothills Hospital in Calgary, and the Smile Zone is in the mental health facility, right, for youths?
Yeah, that's what it is, and I think that's something that's close to me, and I mean, something that I obviously wanted to make a difference with. And I mean, going there and seeing those kids, and I mean, putting smiles on their faces, but I mean, it turned out really well.
Yeah, you say it's close to you. Do you want to mention why?
Yeah, I mean, it's I had someone real close to me pass away, and that kind of struck me. And I mean, since that, I've wanted to make a difference in that impact.
Yeah, it really is. The death of anyone under a certain age is an equal tragedy. Like, nothing is more tragic. You know, if a 20-year-old dies, it doesn't matter what they died from. But it's different when it comes from mental health and when it comes from very often just from mental illness. So good for you. Congratulations on that. And you're being rewarded tonight, or acknowledged tonight. I don't imagine there's a reward that goes with it. It's like an ambassador, a guy who's stepped out and made a difference.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's, I mean, I'm honored to receive that. And I mean, to be here and be a part of this this charity organization. I think this golf tournament goes a long way, and it's a great job. Obviously, you see how many people show up, and I guess get involved with it, so it's been great.
So we had Adam Graves on earlier, and he shared with us the whole reason behind Smile Zone and how many of them actually exist. And from what we were informed, your Smile Zone that you have in Calgary is the first one outside of Ontario. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I think there's like 200 plus in Ontario, and I mean, this one is the first one outside of Ontario. So it's in Alberta, it's in Calgary, and I mean, walking through it and seeing the children's face light up, like I said, it went really well.
Good for you, man. That's something that you should feel proud of for sure to be part of. And this is a great event that we're all part of today. I mean, it gives us a chance to see, guys like yourself and reenact, catch up on the summers and stuff. Have you got a chance to celebrate with do you know any guys in the St. Louis Blues that have won the Stanley Cup, or have you? No,
not really, but I mean, at the NHL Awards, I got to see Binnington and O'Reilly and just talk to them a little bit, but not really, not too tight with too many of those guys. Seen Bozak at a wedding too, and I mean, you see guys all over the place when you're in the hockey world. Yeah. So I think, I mean, seeing their emotions and obviously what they came from, they did something that's really impressive.
So us, I mean, me formerly removed from the game, but just people in general, to see the story that the St. Louis Blues wrote from basically being a write-off early January 2nd, last place in the league, to the run that they went on. And they rallied around a girl, Layla Anderson, who's dealing with her own struggles in life. I don't recall exactly what she deal with. But you as a player, when you see the St. Louis Blues create a story like that, does that inspire you even more to get the season rolling again?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, seeing the impact they made on her and her family, obviously a lot of camera time for her, and that's expected. So I think to have her celebrating the win with the team, that's pretty special, and that's something that obviously she'll never forget.
We are joined by Sean Monahan, deeply involved in Smile Zone, and opened a Smile Zone in Foothills Hospital in Calgary, the first one outside of Ontario. You were talking about seeing Binnington and Ryan O'Reilly at the NHL Awards. Do you get envious of, like, when you look at guys and they've gone to like the promised land, which is winning the Stanley Cup? I don't mean jealous, because jealous involves sort of like being bitter, but envy is just, oh man, I would love that so much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as a player, you're definitely a little bit jealous. I think that's what everyone's in the league's trying to do. So I mean, the team that does it and the players that do it, they get that spotlight until the next season comes around. So that's their trophy to lose now. And I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to getting the season going again.
But it must be inspiring to look and say they were last on January the 2nd in the NHL. And when I say what's inspiring is that you realize that the way the NHL works now, it may be not everyone can win it or anyone can win it, but certainly there's no reason why, as a Calgary Flame, why you can't go into the season thinking you got a great shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you have to have your mindset. I think the league's so tight now. I mean, you can go into any game, any team can win any night. I mean, you look at our series with Colorado, you look at Tampa's series with
well, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But Tampa's series was, like, when you look at that and you realize they got swept, like, I mean, you wouldn't have played against them a ton, obviously, 2 times, I would imagine. But,
yeah.
But were you – are you kidding me? Like, amongst the guys, you guys must have been going, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's playoff hockey, though. I mean, you got to peak at the right times, and, I mean, everyone's got to be on board. I mean, your goalie's got to play well. Everyone's got to play a part, and it's not easy to win in the NHL.
Yeah, no.
You don't have to tell Carlo.
Yeah, exactly. Do you play much golf?
Yeah, I am now, yeah. I didn't play for a while because of the surgeries, but, yeah.
Everything good now?
Everything's
Body's
good.
feeling
Yeah,
good?
I feel great.
How's the golf game?
Not bad, shooting mid-low 80s right now. So
Perfect. I see you're a really well-dressed guy when it comes to golf. Have you seen our producer?
He's right
Aaron?
there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pink shorts.
Let's do this.
Yes or no?
Let's do this. Why don't you take 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and you sell your point of view, and then I'll do the same. So you look at him.
Oh, I think it's embarrassing. I mean, this is a guy who comes in on a daily basis and raves about his golf game because he plays a lot. I played with him for the first time last week, and he was by far one of the worst golfers I've ever played with. Then today I'm playing with him again, and he rocks pink shorts.
You know, I would
at least dress the part, man.
I would say you live so far in the past that most people, I bet you there's not another person here that even notices this. You are, seriously, it's like you're living in the 1990s. People wear pink. People wear pink shorts, and it's not like they're bright pink.
Guys with confidence wear pink.
Well, what's wrong with confidence?
He doesn't have any. He was terrible
at
golf
last week. That doesn't mean he doesn't
week.
have confidence. One has nothing to do with the other.
Pink shorts, yes or no?
I would wear them, yeah.
Well, you would, because you can rock.
No, you can't just go, you would.
Yeah, but he's got confidence, man.
He just slammed you. You said no pink shorts in embarrassment. He said, no, I'd wear them.
All right. Still wouldn't wear them.
I know you would.
Dangerous for sweat stains, though.
Yes, big time.
Those
Let's
are
hope
dangerous.
it's not well, it is going to be a sweltering day today. Big basketball fan?
Yeah, I am.
Were you, like, dialed into this whole Raptor run?
Yeah, I was, almost start to finish there. So, I mean, I got out to a couple games there against Milwaukee and stayed at home for the final games. But, yeah, I was in there the whole way.
How did you take the Kawhi news?
I mean, it's up to him. That's a personal decision. But, I mean, he made his impact on Toronto that will last a lifetime. So I think he did his job, and, I mean, you got to respect his decision. You know,
Michael over here, he's really bitter that he left.
I am.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's going to be, but I think
my bitterness is not he didn't do anything wrong. Like, I couldn't give a single reason why. But sometimes we react in certain ways where I go, I'm just pissed off.
Yeah.
It's so disappointing and so dispiriting. I mean, he gave everything. Like, it's not like I'm saying that he left anything on the table, because he didn't. No, you're from Brampton, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Brampton.
Right. And where do you live when you're in Toronto?
I live in Oakville now.
Right. So you're in Oakville, and you're a professional hockey player, yet when it comes to the Raptors, right, as a guy who grew up in the Toronto area, you're just a fan, right?
Yeah.
How big was this for you? Like, what was your heart rate in game number 6 when, oh, no, Danny Green turned the ball over.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, Golden State has another chance.
Steph Curry had a chance at a 3 to win the game.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments in that series that, get your heart going and get you pretty anxious. So, I mean, every game I'd have friends over who'd watch the game and, be on the edge of our seats because those games were intense.
Crazy.
And, yeah, that was a lot of fun, that run.
You know, I think the NHL can learn something from the in-game experience. Like you said that you were at a couple of games against the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, granted, it's playoffs. I mean, this was the Eastern Conference Championship to make it to the finals. But it's just, you know, like there's an energy in there that I think is hard to duplicate in hockey.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, basketball, the music's going all the time, and I think
Could you accept that? Music going all the time?
Yeah, for
in
sure.
hockey?
I think that
I'd
gives
love
you
that
energy.
too.
That's great. I mean, I grew up playing lacrosse too. They do that in lacrosse games as well. So that kind of keeps the blood flowing, and I mean, keeps the energy up for the fans too. They're into it. So I think that's something. I mean, maybe it's a transition at some point, but
Especially on the power play. Imagine getting your own power play mix out there.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Dude, just so you know, I went to game number 1 against Golden State with Carlo. The man is insane. He was yelling at the whole section. Come on, stand up. This is the finals, people. Hello, this is the finals. It was awesome.
That's pretty down.
And he kept doing this to me. Hey, buddy. It's like, I don't want to slap your hands again. Let me watch the game. Thanks, man. Congratulations on what you've done for Smilezone and in being there at Foothills and on being recognized tonight for just doing a darn good thing.
Yeah,
great
thanks for
job.
having me.
Yeah,
Thank you.